Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. Do me a favor, go below, hit thumbs up. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Today here in front of me, I have two of my favorite devices. And if you've seen my Pixel 9 Pro review, you might be wondering, what do you mean? The Pixel 9 Pro is one of your favorite devices? And I think I've determined that it kind of is. There are a few things that I really like about the Pixel 9 Pro. So after I finished up the review for the Pixel 9 Pro, of course, I went back to the OnePlus 13 because that is my all-time favorite device. It just has features that I like a lot more. The smart sidebar, the floating windows, the way the quick toggles work. There's no extra steps. The way the settings app is laid out. Screen off gestures. Just lots of things I really love about the OnePlus 13. But then I found myself, after going back to the OnePlus 13 for a few days, I went back to the Pixel 9 Pro, and that's when it hit me. What's going on here? If I believe the Pixel 9 Pro just isn't really a fit for me, why am I back using it? It's got the Tensor G4, is a worse SoC than the Snapdragon 8 Elite. It's got slower charging. PixelOS is definitely not my favorite. And in many ways, PixelOS just feels very counterintuitive to me. So it got me thinking, why am I using it? Why do I still reach for the Pixel 9 Pro? Now, I know this may sound a bit silly to some of you watching. One of my favorite reasons to reach for the Pixel 9 Pro is just the build quality. It's a smaller device. It feels just so good in the hand. I love these flat edges. Now, of course, I have the Spigen Liquid Air case on it. Absolutely love that sandstone texture. The added grip on the sides, really like that. But I just love this flat slab of a phone. I just feel like I can hold it a lot better. It's so, let's make up a word here. It's just so one-handable. I feel like I've got complete control of this device. And even outside of the case, I think the Pixel 9 Pro looks really, really good. Just look at those flat sides. Now, I don't like that they're glossy, but you know what? That's why I have a case on it. And it does feel really good in the hand. Super premium build quality. Now, another thing that I personally like about the Pixel 9 Pro over the OnePlus 13 is the speakers. The speakers just sound so much more full and clear on the Pixel 9 Pro versus that kind of distant hollow sound on the OnePlus 13. Personally, I think they took a step backwards in the speakers department on the OnePlus 13 from the OnePlus 12, but I definitely enjoy listening to the speakers on the Pixel 9 Pro, whether it just be browsing through YouTube, watching some of my favorite content creators, listening to a podcast. I put my phone on the wireless charger and I have a podcast going on YouTube Music while I'm in the shower. It just sounds so much better and more premium sounding on the Pixel 9 Pro. I'm sure some of you are wondering about battery life, and to be honest, when I go to the Pixel 9 Pro, I don't feel like it's a huge step backwards in battery life. I'm sure you can go online and watch the speed test, the battery test. Those are fun to watch. I do watch those myself. But when I go to the Pixel 9 Pro from the OnePlus 13, I don't feel like it's a huge step backwards in battery life. Now, granted, I am at home, like 90% of the time I'm on Wi-Fi. So if you're someone on the go, you're connected to a cellular network most of the time, your battery life will be drastically different. The modem in the Pixel 9 Pro is definitely not as good as the OnePlus 13. Now, that's not to say I've had cell signal issues, because I haven't, but there are other tech YouTubers who go much more in depth in terms of the cellular modem. Now, the next thing here, I'm going to put some B-roll on the screen. We're looking at the OnePlus 13 and the Pixel 9 Pro outdoor brightness. They were both maxed out. So we take a look at the YouTube app, and then we take a look at one of my other hobbies here. We take a look at the Harbor Freight website, and then we take a look at the official Anthony Tech Discord, right? This is my plug for the Discord. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to join. It's also in the channel bio. And outdoors, now today is, pretty cloudy. It doesn't look like there's much of a difference. Now, right now, I'm not sure if you guys noticed this. The OnePlus 13 is brighter, and if we look at the brightness here, it's a little bit below half. Well, we have auto brightness on. Let's turn that off. It's a little bit below half, and then if we take a look at the Pixel, it's also a little bit below half. Now, this isn't an apples to apples comparison, because the brightness sliders, there's a variance in the brightness sliders. For this to be fair, you would have to calibrate the actual display brightness, but most people aren't going to do that. And although I have one of those tools to measure display brightness, I'm not going to break out that tool every time to calibrate the display brightness. Most people are going to adjust the slider. So there we go on the OnePlus. Here we are on the Pixel. But when I crank the brightness on both of these indoors, the Pixel just appears more bright to me. And I feel like on bright sunny days outdoors, I've had an easier time viewing the Pixel 9 Pro. So the display is very, very nice. I really enjoy it here on the Pixel. Now there is a difference in colors as well. You know, just the difference in panels. And I've even went as far as to add another line to my account because during my Pixel 9 Pro review, I took my physical SIM out of the OnePlus 13 and put it in the Pixel 9 Pro. Once I was done with the review, I put my SIM card back in the OnePlus 13, and I kind of felt like I was missing the Pixel, so I went and added another eSIM line to my account. That way, whatever phone I feel like picking up, you know, if I'm going out somewhere, whichever phone I've got an itch to use, I'll just pick that one up and take it with me and know that I've got cellular connectivity. And another thing about the Pixel 9 Pro being a smaller phone is just how easily it fits into the pocket. You know, it just seems to not take up much room. So there is advantages to having a smaller device, and I think that's what's kind of made me really like the Pixel 9 Pro. So although I do not like the way PixelOS works in many, many ways, I think the feature set is a bit lackluster. I still reach for this device and actually quite enjoy using it despite what I believe are some of its drawbacks. I wish OnePlus would make a OnePlus 13 mini. Now there was rumors that they would be making a OnePlus 13 mini, but that it would be a China only device, which is quite a bummer. But if they brought a OnePlus 13 mini to the US, I might even go as far as to sell my OnePlus 13 to get the mini. If I could have Oxygen OS on a flat slab phone of this size right here, that would be absolutely epic for me. So I could definitely understand now why people like having a smaller device, especially a smaller Pro phone that has all the same features as the bigger Pro phone. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Also, look for that Discord link in the description if you guys are interested in joining. It's a little more personal in there. We could discuss things that don't necessarily warrant making an entire video on, so make sure to check that out. Hit subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.